All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Detroit Lions in today's video. They've had a very quiet free agency period thus far. It's mainly been highlighted by DJ Reed, the quarterback from the New York Jets, coming over. Late last night, they picked up Roy Lopez, a great nose tackle from Arizona. I actually love both of those two moves. But people are freaking out, and free agency technically began today. But the Lions are in a completely different position than a team like some of the divisional rivals like Minnesota or especially Chicago. So Chicago, obviously with Ben Johnson, the new head coach, they just fixed their interior offensive line. And you saw 3 big time moves like in the first couple of days of the week, right? Well, here's the thing. The Bears needed to fix their interior offensive line, like really badly. The Lions offensively are almost close to perfect. Now, obviously, there's some question marks like, all right, they're probably going to make some type of move for a wide receiver, right? They're probably going to make some type of move for a guard. Hopefully, they bring back Kevin Zeitler. Hopefully, he's re-signed by the Lions when you guys watch this video. But for example, defensively is where most of the people wanted to bulk up the team, right? Mainly the opposite edge of Aiden Hutchinson. Now, I will say the Marcus Davenport move is my only question mark so far. That's my only glaring question mark is why is Marcus Davenport re-signed on the Detroit Lions? But it's still not shocking to me that they haven't landed, Myles Garrett, who obviously is staying with the Browns. It's not shocking they didn't make a move for Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson's not on this team still. The Lions have a really good roster. It's why they went 15-2. They don't need to make moves like the New England Patriots with $120 million in cap space, who also just won 3 games last season. They went 15-2, and the reason they sucked in the playoffs in their one game was because historically they were the most injured team ever. So welcome back to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content along with a ton of Lions videos. But let's talk about some of these moves. I want to start it off with Roy Lopez because DJ Reed, in my opinion, is just an A+ move. You got him on a much cheaper deal than Carlton Davis, and day one of free agency is notorious for overpaying. You always overpay for the guy you want on the first day of free agency, which is why a guy like Carlton Davis just inked a $20 million a year contract with the New England Patriots. So right out of the gate, you won. You got DJ Reed for cheaper, who's a better cornerback. He's more available. But anyways, like I said, I wanted to start with Roy. But once again, just to zoom out, here's the Lions starters in paper for next season. Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Aleem McNeil, Marcus Davenport, Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Terrion Arnold, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Amik Robertson, and DJ Reed. So just if you're stressed out because the Lions aren't making all these crazy splashes, just relax a little bit, take a deep breath, and just rewind that clip because it's still an extremely good defense that was decimated by injuries. So we move to Roy Lopez, 1 year, $4.65 million contract. Folks, I love this. I absolutely love this. Some people are wondering if this means DJ Reader is going to be a cap casualty because he was very inconsistent last season. They could save some money by cutting DJ Reader. Not in any way, shape, or form. To me, what this means is Levi Onwuzurike, like it was kind of predicted, is not going to be returning from Brad Holmes and the Detroit Lions. Now, Roy Lopez is super intriguing. This is a 2021 6th-round pick. He's 27. The Lions will be his 3rd team. Houston Texans, where he got drafted, and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, you have to keep in mind, Aleem McNeil and Mekhi Wingo are coming back from ACL tears. So they're not going to be ready to go day one, all right? Levi Onwuzurike is probably gone. DJ Reader will be 31 this upcoming season. So they needed defensive tackle depth in general. All their defensive talent depth is leaving in free agency. So they need a guy like DJ Reader who's a nose tackle with a very similar playing style, and that's exactly what they got. But it's really intriguing to me because, first off, my favorite part about Roy Lopez and DJ Reed is they are healthy. Both of these two guys are notoriously healthy. Specifically, Roy Lopez hasn't missed a game, all right? This past season, even though he was a depth piece for Arizona, He recorded 19 pressures, which was top 60 among defensive tackles, and he recorded a pass rush win rate of 8.5%. That's super solid for a nose tackle, all right? He finished the season with 18 solo tackles and a sack, but he had a better run stop percentage than both Benito Jones and DJ Reader. All right. And sneakily, he had a 67.4 pass rush grade last year, including 18 pressures, a sack, a forced fumble, and 3 quarterback hits. So just in hindsight, this is somebody the Lions really could have used last season. Somebody who's going to be fully healthy, just does all the dirty work in the trenches. That's exactly what Roy Lopez is going to provide Detroit next season. And then we move to DJ Reed, and this is amazing. So obviously they lost Carlton Davis like right when Monday began, when the tampering period began, and it took like a half hour for them to make a move for his replacement, and they upgrade. DJ Reed's a huge upgrade, 3-year, $48 million contract for Detroit. Calvin Shepard, all right, the new defense coordinator for the Lions, they're expected to maintain a high rate of man coverage. So last year, DJ Reed played man on 31% of his snaps. For comparison, Terry Arnold played man on 46% of his snaps. But just for some context here, Reed posted a 66.1 coverage grade in man coverage, which was top 28 in the NFL, with cornerbacks who took at least 150 coverage snaps. So this is a really, really good cornerback one for the Detroit Lions. He's been all across the league. This was kind of the highest rated, maybe Charvarius Ward, but this was a unanimous top 3 cornerback on the free agent market. And last season, he had a 70.7 overall grade. But like I said in my video a couple of days ago, my favorite part about DJ Reed is he's going to stay healthy, or at least because Carlton Davis hasn't really shown that he can play more than 13 games in a season. Like in the last 5 years, he just hasn't done that. DJ Reed is different, and that's what I like. The best ability is availability, baby. And then a couple of other moves that they made that maybe we'll save for another day. Re-signing Derek Barnes, this got a lot of criticism. I absolutely love it. He barely played last season because of a knee injury, only played the first 3 games. 3-year, $25 million contract. He's the Sam linebacker in Detroit's defense. He's extremely versatile. He can drop into coverage. He can rush the passer. He can play in the box. He can do everything. And last year, the Lions led the league in 3 linebacker sets. So I just wanted to bring up the Derek Barnes re-signing because I really like that move. They have such a good linebacker room, and they've been so well coached by Calvin Shepard the last couple of seasons. So this move made perfect sense. We'll save Marcus Davenport for another day. They also re-signed Ezekiel Turner. They released Za'Darius Smith. They also lost Melifanu. There were a couple other moves in there as well, but we'll save that for another day. But my point is, the free agent acquisitions Detroit has made in the last 2 days, I really like it, even though they're flying under the radar and people want more. But the whole point is the Detroit Lions don't really need more at the big time positions. Edge, by the way, in the draft is littered with studs. But Detroit's not done. We'll save it for another day. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Give me a grade for Detroit's free agency down below. I'm going to go ahead and give it a solid B. That's it for me. Peace.